Well, the cost assistance programs, as far as NRCS, didn't exist that I can remember. Farm Service Agency, or ASCS at the time, had the cost assistance programs. We put in terraces, lots of tile, ditches even, back in the day, cover crops. Those were the practices that our farmers applied for, but it went through the Farm Service Agency, which was called the ASCS office at that time. Ag Cost Share, the North Carolina Ag Cost Share, is ran by the Soil and Water District Board. Each district has a Soil and Water Board, 5 members, 3 elected, 2 appointed members. The cost assistance that they are allocated each year, okay, they're allocating funds each year. Let's just say $50,000 to $70,000. They take those funds, they take applications during the application period. The applications are ranked, they have a ranking system, and then they fund those applications. Cost assistance means that you've identified through the planning process what the concerns are, you develop a plan and a contract document that you're going to solve that problem with. All of us work together to provide technical assistance, technical expertise in laying out that practices, overseeing construction, having that practice implemented, and then reimbursing you that cost assistance that you applied for. There's tons of practices, and it depends on where you are. The number one concern, natural resource concern in North Carolina, is sediment. Period. And that's no different in my county. It's no different in any of 6 of my counties. Let's just put it that way. So our number one practice has been in the last 15 years has been any erosion control practice. Anything to slow water down. That's what we're in the business, slowing water down. Okay? We're in the business of slowing water down so we can slow the sediment erosion, the movement of that, and any associated chemicals or fertilizers or manures. Our major practices are things like conservation tillage or no-till. It's very competitive. We have tons of high tunnel applications, and that doesn't matter the size. If you got the resource concern, okay, a high tunnel is designed for extending the growing season, either at the beginning of the season, starting early, or extending the growing season. That's what it's designed for. If you meet the resource concern, we plan it, put the application in. However, it's so competitive, very competitive. I generally tell people it could be 2 to 3 years from the time that you put your application in till you get funded. An application is ranked based on what we see in the field, based on where your land is, and some of this the computer knows the soil, so it gives us internally, it gives a score. And then there are local questions also, so there's a series of questions that gives scores, and then cost is figured in, cost effectiveness is figured in. Your overall score comes out, but the difference will be the location. The computer may give a value that's higher for a Piedmont soil versus a coastal plain soil. So the points go, the funding goes to the highest ranking score.